The backlog is 400. Am I going to get a decent background?
No. Well, there's a door there!
It's an emergency exit.
You can't
block
the
the
fire exit.
Yeah. Here,
It literally
Dan, do you want to?
yeah.
Oh, wait, we can't see it because it's like a
Oh, the
reflective
reflection.
sticker. Can you grab your camera and get a little closer to it or something?
That-
Make it so we can read it?
that
Put a little
glowy
shade over
spot
it?
says fire door.
It's a fire door. Like, we can't really change anything about his setup. Thanks, Dan. That's helping a
not gonna
lot.
work. It's like straight off.
Yeah, you know what? Forget it.
Gotta move the
Forget
camera.
it. No, you're done. You're done.
Opportunity lost.
Fire door. Keep closed.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for reading that for us. I mean, that is kind of his job, is to read things for us. I guess. So,
Other
good
things
job.
as well.
I'm putting this on your quarterly review.
Sometimes he changes.
Read good, too. And do other stuff.
Grammar good, excellent.
He also
Very.
needs to type good.
Yeah, type good is good.
I
Yeah,
can't spell, though.
that's okay. I don't think it matters.
That makes the password better.
All right, here's with another. Have you ever locked yourself out of an account that you just created, or like a Windows install you just created, by typing a password exactly the same way twice?
Yeah, I've definitely done that. It's such a frustrating experience.
And then you sit there and you kind of go, maybe if I could typo it the same way a third time, I could get it and change it.
Yep, that's totally the thing.
No. Okay.
Okay, next up is from Matthew. Luke, what's your opinion on kids using ChatGPT in school for classes like English? I know I've used it to only help with research and outlining, but other kids use it to write full essays.
It's a weird one. I thought this would be for maybe both of us instead of just me, because you actually have children. I mostly subscribe to the calculator
doing
argument.
your job for you.
What I mean by the calculator
vault
argument is
terminal was
when like we were in
deactivated.
school.
Yep.
I'm sure you had the same conversations.
Calculators away.
A lot of the teachers would make you put your calculators away and the argument would be like, oh, you won't have one on you all the time. How did that work out? So now with ChatGPT, it's like, well, okay, these types of tools are very obviously going to stay around.
However, is there something to be said for having life skills
ability.
like being able, like I can drive my car without navigation, but I have heard from young people and people who know young people that they actually key in even places they go regularly every time they go
Oh, I do sometimes just for traffic
and
data.
do not know how to get there without it.
Oh.
So when your internet is out, is it useful to just have some basics?
Yeah, well, like I think one of the big directions
next
that
time.
things are going in,
Yeah.
and I'm just like choosing to see this more optimistically. But I think one of the big directions that people are going in is like a partnership thing, right? Like Microsoft's calling it Copilot.
Yeah.
Like the idea is that you're working on things together.
You are a cyber.
And like a lot of the demos
No
by
vault
Microsoft, and I actually
terminal
respected
here.
this a lot, is they were just constantly showing people getting outputs from whatever Copilot thing it was in, Excel, Word, whatever, and then it was immediately showing people editing them. One of the biggest points in the video, they get to write out a thing in Word, and then it shows the person select a big chunk of it and just click delete and get rid of it. And it like makes a point of being like, look, they just changed it. Because they're pushing like you need to edit these things, you need to work with it and stuff like that. So
Your
potentially
ally needs your
using,
help.
even just having like a section of your class, part of your course, being like, okay, we're going to intentionally use these new tools, but you have to have some amount of ownership over its output.
Yeah.
You need to edit it, you need to improve it, you need to guide it, those different types of things. You have to be a part of this process, because if you're not, then you're bringing no value.
Ally requesting your
Which is
help.
dangerous.
Yeah, so learn how to, yes, you still need to learn the base skill.
But then if kids are using it, are they learning the base skill?
Yeah, it's a complicated question. That's why I said part of the class, though. Like you could, having the challenge being original creation versus edited or guided creation is interesting to me, having both of them. Like learning how, in a calculator-filled world, knowing how to do mental math is still beneficial.
Oh, for sure.
And knowing how to see a result that comes out of a calculator and go, ooh, that's wrong.
Yeah, where did I screw up the
Is
formula?
good. And like, yeah, maybe if it's within a very small margin, you might not
So,
notice. But
that's
knowing
what
some
you
mental
did.
math, knowing how to estimate answers
That
is
must
going to lead you
go
to realize,
on
oh, I forgot about in my input. I didn't press
Must
plus
be
one of those
close
times I was trying to
by.
plus 20 things together. So one number was one really long number and it gave me totally the wrong result. Like being able to figure that out is really beneficial. So somehow finding a way to teach that. I don't know, it's really complicated.
I need to try to use these tools more. Like something that could have been pretty
Someone is
interesting
begging
would
for
be
you to save them.
you know, I could even do it.
Go
I
revive
often
them.
save version scripts. So if I took the version that Jake brought me, which had all my notes and then all his sort of expansion on the notes that I had left, and I just plunked that into ChatGPT, like, hey, can you clean this up and turn it into a 15-minute video script?
Definitely get 4 if you're going to do that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But I would like to see how close it gets, you know?
Yeah.
Hey!
Maybe, oh, you know what would be kind of cool? This would be a fun Floatplane exclusive. Doing a, like a pre-script review, like a notes, from notes, okay? I go into a script review, or I script a video based on notes or something like that, and then I feed it into GPT-4,
You host both of them?
and I host both of them, and see if people can guess which one was good.
I think they'll be able to get it. It's something that you can write for yourself. But it's something very interesting.
But I could also tell it I want to decide on it's gonna have an enormous
Not
body of
sorry.
data. I mean, would it even, I don't even know if it could sift
It
through
has
it.
a little bit of
Okay.
but
I gotta
and
jump
like
through
that's part of those tools that try to detect AI written things. They're trying to
Yeah, right.
yeah. So I still think
A
it's super
bit
interesting.
messy, but we got there.
I know you do. Here's a merch message that I curated. Every week, there's more to talk about with ChatGPT.